Since the pre-orders went live for Spider-Man 2, we've been given a ton of new information, from a new location that has fans in shock, a new comment from the creative director on a specific new feature that we have wanted since the very first game, early access info, and some sad news followed by a big teaser from Insomniac Games. So we have tons to get through. If you could leave a like, it helps a ton, but turn that into a dislike if you get to the end and did not enjoy the video. So if you attempted to do a pre-order, you would know it was crazy, so crazy that it caused the site to crash, and the comments made by the creative director has not made things easier because it has taken a lot of fans by surprise. Brian Intihar says that the majority of suits in Spider-Man 2 have various color options. He said, and I quote, "You actually get to unlock a suit, but then you also get the variants that we offer." Now that is massive news. Now the bigger question here is, does that apply to movie suits too, or is it just basically every suit that is not a movie suit? Either way, this is huge news, and it's a feature, as I say, we've wanted since the first game, and I guess it has an element of customization, though something I still would have loved to seen is basically the ability to match suit elements. So for example, take like the torso from another suit, put it on another suit, etc, etc, similar to what we're able to do with suit powers, but just with the actual visual aspect of the suit. Nonetheless, it's a great feature either way. Now when it comes to early access, we have some new info specifically from James Stevenson on Twitter. So somebody asked the following question: I was just wondering, I pre-ordered the deluxe edition for Spider-Man 2. Will that actually grant early access? I know typically deluxe editions will grant access a couple of days in advance. To which James Stevenson then replied back by saying, "No early access. We want everyone to experience the story together on launch day." Now, I can honestly not say how pleased I am to hear that, because typically how it works is there's like, let's just say a minimum of 48 hours early access, though we've been seeing it more recently where it's at least a good couple of days early, and then there are just tons and tons and tons of spoilers. So that's a great way to kind of know that you'll be, for the most part, in the safe zone kinda. Now he also cleared up some more info that was shared on suits, as someone said that Spider-Man 2 has 10 suits that are fully exclusive to the digital deluxe edition and that they cannot be unlocked through gameplay. Now James then responded to that by saying this article isn't fully correct. The original game was similar and had 9 suits that were permanently behind the DDE/CTNS DLC. Now those 9 suits were not unlockable without those DLCs. Now that's an interesting take. I'm keen to know your thoughts on that. Let me know in the comment section below. Now Insomniac have said no to a certain something, causing some confusion, and we have a new location confirmed. But before we continue, I have an amazing sponsor that, trust me, you are going to absolutely love. So let's roll the ad and then we'll continue. Today's video is sponsored by Instant Gaming, the site that gives you the best and hottest games out right now for up to 70% off on any platform instant, no pun intended. For example, you can get Hogwarts Legacy right now for 27% off, not to mention the deluxe edition for 25% off. But it's not just games that are out, you can also save yourself a bunch of money on pre-orders too. The best part of it all is it's just a simple click to order, head out to the checkout, and in a matter of minutes the code for the game on whatever platform you chose would have landed in your mailbox ready for you to download, and they even have support available 24/7. One thing that I have to say I love the most, however, is the variety. From PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even Nintendo, the catalogue of games they have is truly extensive. Now you can get PSN cards as well at, you guessed it, a discount. So check out Instant Gaming and use my code to save yourself even more right now. The link is in the the description below. So it is now confirmed that there will be no special controller for this game, because somebody asked Insomniac Games on Twitter if a special controller will be available to pre-order, to which they simply responded by just saying no. However, I'm going to say that that no is kind of broad, simply because it's Sony, and with this game being massive, I highly doubt there will be no Spider-Man 2 themed PlayStation 5, control, etc, etc, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now, a new location confirmed is going around, which is the Coney Island. Now, somebody said how happy they'd be if there is a segment in the game where you chase the lizard on a roller coaster, which made me laugh. But with this basically being confirmed, then they were really not kidding when it comes to size in this game, as it would actually mean that Brooklyn is a lot bigger than you actually think. To also just clarify, if you're not sure what this location is, Coney Island is that little carnival looking place where Peter fought the Vulture in Homecoming, and it was also featured in the Spectacular Spider-Man. Super cool location, but as I say, if this is genuinely just thrown in there and it's basically just being randomly confirmed, I mean, the size wise it's just going to be huge. But what I'm really curious about at that point is density for the most part as well. So again, something I want to see more of, because that does lead to the question, when will we see more of the map? Well, it does seem clear that Insomniac actually do have a plan up their sleeves, as when the pre-orders went live, somebody said on Twitter that they'd basically just now rather pretend that the game doesn't exist until October. But Insomniac then responded by saying that they are going to make that, and I quote, difficult, which means we are going to see a ton of things for this game between now and launch, with the big question on when we will actually see a new trailer, but more so, when will we actually see the gameplay that is supposedly supposed to be on this new build version of the game. Now, that's something I'm genuinely eager to see, because we just know there are going to be a ton of comparisons, and I guess the key thing that you're looking for is just how different is that version of the game going to be in comparison to what we actually have now. But I can honestly say, with everything these past few weeks, it's just been insane for this game. But one thing that genuinely has taken me by surprise is that we didn't actually get a trailer when the pre-orders went live, which was very, very interesting, because from my perspective, I thought it was only logical that we're not going to get a story trailer or anything like that, but just some sort of trailer that shows the perks of, you know, each edition for the most part, specifically what's coming in the editions, and basically a little trailer for it. And I said in a couple of videos ago where my whole theory and vision for this trailer was like it'd be in the menu scene for Miles and Peter where the customization is at, and then it's just like them spinning around but the outfit's changing, and then it's just like deluxe edition and then collector's edition or just pre-order bonus in general. I actually expected to see that, which is very, very interesting, and I know the numbers have just been insane for the pre-orders. So are we actually going to get a pre-order trailer for the most part, being the bigger question? Is that then going to happen this week? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. But in other news, they added it, and it just shows how big this game is about to be, and especially with us just talking about that all new location, I genuinely mean this. I do not think we are ready for this game, in the sense of we kind of know how big it is, but do we really know how big it is? Well, as I say, they have added it into the game. What am I talking about? Well, check out the video that you see on screen right now.